Well, hey there. Can I have your attention, please? I just need your attention for a moment because I want to share with you the number one asset you must have in your business, especially if you're an online business owner, if you want to stay relevant and top of mind with your audience, and if you want to have longevity in your business, which means be around for a very long time, or at least long enough until you're ready to leave on your own versus getting kicked out because your business is going bloom. All right. Well, if you are here and I have your attention, I want to tell you first of all the things you need to have in your business, but they're not your number one asset. And then I'll tell you the number one asset. So make sure you stay tuned, and I'll have something good for you at the end of this video. But let's get into the things that you need to have in your business. They're not your number one asset, but they are very important. And I've got a list right here. So let me get it pulled up and I'll share this list with you. One of the things that you need to have in your business is a strong brand reputation. This can attract customers, build trust, and increase sales. Now, it has value because your reputation matters, but it's not a tangible asset that can be bought or sold. For example, there's I don't want, they're not really a restaurant, but they kind of are, but their whole thing is they're a diner. We'll call it a diner. And what they have are loaded baked potatoes and loaded salads. So you can get a salad and baked potato, you can get just a salad or just a baked potato. What I love about them is it doesn't matter when I go, whether I go 2 days in a row or I go once and don't come back for 2 months. The quality of the food is always the same. And to me, that's a great reputation because I know whenever I go, I'm going to get what I want and there will be no issues with me having to call and complain. So that is brand reputation. They built a reputation as being known for loaded baked potatoes and loaded salads, and that's all they serve. Then there's customer relationships, which is another thing you need to have in your business. Loyal customers and strong relationships are a valuable asset, but you can't put them on the asset sheet as a bottom line. Customer relationships are important. Like I said, I am a loyal customer to my baked potato salad bar, but I don't go there every day or else I'd be like 500 pounds. But when I do go, again, I always sing their praises and I give them a nice note on their Facebook page. Another thing that is an asset, which I have a lot of, is your intellectual property. This includes anything that you give people that you created. So for me, it can be an ebook, it can be a checklist, one of the things that I have is a sales call script, which helps people have the sales conversation. You can practice having the conversations with chatgpt. So when you have them in real life, you don't sound crazy. But all that is considered my intellectual property. My courses, that's my intellectual property. What is your intellectual property? Now, this is also a very valuable asset. And the thing about intellectual property is that you can sell it over and over again, or you can give it away as many times as you want. If it's something you've given away for free, you can put a price tag on it. But your intellectual property is that thing that is unique to you that you create to serve your audience. Very important, especially in this online space, because people are not doing a whole lot of face-to-face kind of stuff, unless, of course, they're signing up for your course, your 3-day or 5-day challenge or something like that. So your intellectual property is very important, and it's important that you protect your intellectual property as well. Another asset is your traffic. Now, when it comes to traffic, there are 3 types of traffic, right? You can build it, you can borrow it, you can buy it. So what is your best way to get traffic? Now, building traffic is the hardest way, right? It is the slow road to success because it requires a lot of time spent on your part to organically bring people to you. I was listening to a training by Russell Brunson, and if you don't know Russell Brunson, the co-founder of ClickFunnels, you've been living under a rock for the past 20 years. But Russell Brunson was saying this whole digital landscape is changing. It's not enough to be the loudest person in the room. It's more important that you be a valuable person in the room, because people can be loud and say a whole lot of nothing. But if you're providing value or something that will benefit your ideal client, customer, business partner, then you are well on your way to turning them into a paid customer. So yeah, so your traffic, building it organic is hard and it's slow. It involves you posting on your pages. It involves you sharing your information in groups. I mean, there's a number of ways that you can get this traffic, but you also have to have a way to capitalize on this traffic, which means you need some type of funnel in place so you can collect people's names and emails, because email is a very valuable asset. It's not the number one, but the money is in the list. So if you don't have a robust email list, then you're not going to be very successful. And more importantly, if you are not constantly replenishing your email list, bringing people in on a continual basis, you're going to soon find yourself out of business, right? That's why so many network marketers fail, because they run out of their warm market and they're like, what do I do? What do I do? All right, so that's build it. And then the second type of traffic is you can borrow it. Borrowing traffic is when you collaborate with someone else and you share your audience with them and they share you with their audience. So there's a number of ways you can collaborate. You can do a one-on-one. You can do podcasts, you can do summits. You just have to find what works for you. But borrowing traffic is another great way to build your brand loyalty, trust, and customer base. But the thing about borrowing is that you have to make sure it's a symbiotic relationship. It's not a symbiotic relationship, excuse me, because you can't both be doing the same thing, because then you're not really capitalizing on the uniqueness that you bring. For example, I have a friend who is a beast when it comes to Mid-Journey, and I am a beast when it comes to using ChatGPT to create content. The marriage of us together is really good because she can teach you how to create stunning, amazing images using Mid-Journey, and I can show you how to use ChatGPT to create messages that matter and offers that get results. So make sure that, again, the relationship is such that YouTube provides something unique but similar to the audiences, right? And then the third way of getting website traffic is you got to buy it. And for me, that takes all the heavy lifting of organic marketing out of the picture. It is so much easier for me and my clients to run cost-effective Facebook and Instagram ads to reach out to our target audience versus posting and praying every time we put something up on our page or in our groups. That way I can just post what I want on my pages, because on the back end, my Facebook and Instagram ads are attracting my ideal clients, customers, and business partners. So that traffic, again, another very, very important asset, but it's not the most important. And then there's your social media following. The thing about social media and the following, though, excuse me, we've all seen pages where people have 10 million followers and then they get like 3 people commenting on their post, or they've got 10,000 subscribers to the YouTube channel, but their videos only get like 1 or 2 views. So a following doesn't necessitate that you have a thriving business. However, what a following does for you, it shows social proof that people are interested in what it is that you have. So I don't want to discredit the importance of a following, but I also don't want you to put too much emphasis on building a large following. You can have a 6 or 7 figure business with a following of just a few hundred or even a few thousand people, depending on what you offer and the price point of your offer. And then there's business processes and systems. So this is my bread and butter, because I'm all about the automation, which again is why I love using Facebook ads, because the automation is built in. I'm only having conversations with people that raised your hand and said, hey, I want that thing that you have. And I'm not having innocuous conversations with people who will never, ever do business with me. And the system that I put in place, and it's in another video, there's 7 things that you need to have a thriving business system. And I won't go through them here, but it is in a video, which I guess I'll link to the description of this video. But it talks about the 7 things you need to have in place if you want to have a thriving and successful business. And those automations are in place because if you've got a lead magnet, if you've got a funnel, if somebody opts into something at 3 a.m. in the morning, you don't want to be the one trying to respond to those messages at 3 a.m. in the morning. That's what your autoresponder is there to do for you. And you don't want to wait until you get up at 8, 9, or whatever time you get up and then respond, because survey says, according to a Harvard survey, people are more likely to take the desired action if you follow up within 5 minutes of them making the request. It decreases exponentially outside of that 5 minutes. So that's why an autoresponder is so very valuable in terms of automating your business processes and systems. So now that I've given you some ideas of things that are important to have in your business, Let's get into the number one asset, the number one thing you need to have in your business if you want to see success long term, right? So before we do that, if you are not familiar with me, I am Cecelia Faye Morris, also known as Digital Marketing Maven, and I teach business owners how to build their brand and their business online using automation, ChatGPT, and Facebook. And wherever you're watching me, give me some likes, some love, drop a comment. And if it's YouTube, subscribe and click that bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. All right. So, what is the number one asset that your business needs to have in place right now and as you move into the future? Are you ready? It's the ability to grab someone's attention. You know, you've heard it before. We all have the attention span of a goldfish. So if you're not grabbing somebody's attention within the first 3 to 5 seconds, you're probably going to lose them. If you're not giving them some value within the first 10 to 20 seconds, you're probably going to lose them because attention, energy goes where attention flows, or energy flows where attention goes. But you got to get people's attention, especially in this scroll happy world that we live in. No, this is not me making it rain. It is me scrolling on my phone. In this scroll happy world that we live in, you got to be able to stop the scroll. So when you are putting content out there, anything that you put on social media, you got to have an image that grabs people's attention, even if it's a video. Like, check out some of my videos on YouTube and see which one of those hooks stop you in your tracks. And you got to be able to grab somebody's attention, which starts with an image. The next thing is the headline, or if it's YouTube, it'll be the title. So the image stops the scroll, the title grabs their attention, and then the content is what's going to get them to take action. So those are the three things that you need to have in place in order to get the attention of your ideal client, customer, or business partner. You need a scroll stopping image, a big ass headline, and content that relates to your audience and the problem that they're trying to solve. Like today, I started with, can I get your attention, please? Because I want to share with you the number one asset that you have in your business. That is, again, your ability to get and capture people's attention. So let me give you some ways that you can capture people's attention. One of the hottest ways, and it'll always be hot until hell freezes over, is video. Video is an awesome way to get people's attention because they can get a feel for your style and exactly who you are and decide if they want to follow you further. Not everybody is my cup of tea and vice versa. I'm not everybody's cup of tea as well. But when you do videos, then you get out there and the people who are interested will gravitate towards you. That's one of the things that Russell Brunson was talking about in the new way to market. Remember, he said it's not about being the loudest voice in the room, it's being the most relevant. It's the one that's providing the most value. And you do that by sharing content via video so people can get a sense of how you are going to help them. Another way that you can get people's attention is with a blog. Now, I've done blogging before, and let me tell you, when I did it, blogging was hard as hell. Trying to come up with 300 to 500 words for an article and then strategically place my links in there and having to worry about SEO so I can rank up to Google. Oh my gosh, just saying it now is just more than a notion, right? But because of AI, blogging is now super duper easy. I mean, you can create blogs, articles, and newsletters faster than ever in the history of the world. So if blogging is your thing, remember it needs to be 300 to 500 words, preferably 5 to 8 to really be a comprehensive blog. And then you need to strategically put your links in there that people can click on to get whatever it is that you have. And if you want to rank up on Google, then you have to be conscious of SEO. But you can't stuff SEO because the bots are out there. They'll tell if you're keyword stuffing, and then you'll be shadow banned, which means your stuff won't be shown organically to your audience. So it's a very delicate dance that you have to play when you're creating blogs, newsletters, or articles. But with the help of ChatGPT, it is totally doable. And you can create a whole week's worth of blogs, or how, like, say you blog 3 days a week, then you can create 3 blogs in like 3 hours over the weekend. And the majority of that time will just be tweaking the content that you get from ChatGPT to make it sound authentic to your brand and voice. But it's really easy to do because AI and ChatGPT has totally changed the game and the landscape for content creators. Speaking of content, your social posts, that's another way to capture people's attention. Are you saying something in your post that is relevant to your audience? And that's important because people are going to keep scrolling if you are not capturing their attention. So I don't care if you're not running ads, your scrolls, your social posts still need to say something that's relevant to your audience. I mean, a lot, if you go on my pages, every day of the week has a theme for me. I got Monday motivation, take action Tuesday, wealthy Wednesday, think about it Thursday, Friday facts, Saturday moves, Sunday vibes. Does that attract my ideal client, customer, business partners? Sometimes it does, right? But what it does do, it causes people to engage. And from their engagement, then I can have a conversation to see if it's worth taking our online, offline. So social posts are another way to grab people's attention. So don't sleep on the consistency of being on social. The important thing is to be consistent. And there's no reason with the advent of ChatGPT that you can't post 5 days a week or even 7 days for that matter. I mean, my posts are scheduled out from now. You can go out 30 days. So I do it every Sunday. Every Sunday, I do a batch of a week's worth of posts. But the thing of it is, because I've already set this up, when I set a week's worth of posts, I'm scheduling that for 4 weeks out. So I'm always ahead of the game when it comes to my social content. And the funny part about me and scheduling my content is one of my cousins told me I live out of state. I don't live in the same state with my family. And my cousin said, well, I know you're okay because I see your post on social media. I say, girl, that stuff is scheduled 30 days out. I'll be dead before you figure it out that I'm not really posting. But that's just the way, life is nowadays, and because we're so disconnected. But more importantly, I'm just saying that because you can schedule your post 30 days out. So there's no excuse why you can't be consistent with your post. And there you have it, my friends. Those are a few of the ways that you can grab the attention of your ideal client, customer, business partner, because attention is going to be your number one asset. Again, it's no longer valuable to be the loudest person, and it doesn't even matter if you're the smartest person. What matters is, can you solve the problem of your ideal client, customer, or business partner faster, easier, better than maybe what else they've tried out there on the market? So that is today's video. And if you want some help getting attention, I invite you to sign up for my Magic Marketing Workshop, where I'm going to give you 3 ways that you're leaving money on the table by not using ChatGPT as your automated business solution. I hope you take advantage of it, and I'd love to get your feedback. Again, that is today's video. I am Cecelia Faye Morris, also known as the Digital Marketing Maven. And wherever you're watching, give me some likes and love, drop a comment. And if it's YouTube, subscribe and click that bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you're new to me, I'm doing some extra videos because I have the time, but you can always catch a new video from me every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, subscribe and click that bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.